one of the things that we've been seeing a lot in response to these discussions are, your take on specific ones.
Yep.
So let's go over the big three when it comes to EV stocks: NIO, Rivian, and Lucid. What are your why?
The new big three.
The new big three. The new big three.
Because Tesla would have something to say about that.
Yeah. I think that to your point, when we talk about Tesla, we talk about these other three. You talk about that next level luxury tier, where Tesla's kind of going to be this general be-all, end-all, catch-all for people who are interested in EVs moving forward.
Yeah.
But for the people who are interested in that next level luxury, these are the companies that you like talking about.
Yep.
So why do you like talking about these three companies?
So NIO is great because they're the Tesla of China.
Okay.
They have fantastic technology, a battery technology, which is allowing for very long ranges in their cars, and they have this really unique battery swapping model. So the battery swapping model never caught on in the United States because there was this notion from the industry, the auto industry in general, and Tesla specifically, that U.S. consumers wouldn't want to swap their batteries.
Which is kind of counterintuitive because I imagine it's not a very hard process.
I like the battery swapping model because the battery is the majority of the cost of an electric vehicle. And so if you make that on a loan basis as opposed to an owned basis, then you can decrease the cost of the vehicle significantly so that you decrease the purchase price for the consumer. And then, the time it takes to change is 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So you basically stop as opposed to refueling your car or recharging your car, you just swap the battery.
Yep.
So they've kind of been the pioneers, NIO, of this battery swapping model, and it's taking off in China. It's hugely popular in China. And I think there's potential for it to be successful in other parts of the world, like Europe. So I really like what they're doing. They have a new car coming out, the ET7. I think that's going to be a big hit in China. They're expanding into Europe. I think there's big promise there. And they've been on a hiring splurge in the United States.
Okay.
So I think there is a U.S. expansion coming probably in 23. I think 22 is going to be the year they go to Europe.
Okay.
23, the year they come to North America. So I think that company has a lot of promise as they expand globally over the next few years. So that's the kind of rundown on NIO. I think they're a pretty solid company, and the stock has been hit recently, and it looks pretty attractive at current levels. Lucid, we've talked about Lucid a lot. I just think they have the best technology in the game, by far and away. It is Tesla's top engineers that churn, top people from other auto companies, and they're all coming together, and they've created this battery that is second to none. As we talked about in previous discussions, not only is this battery going to have huge applications in the auto industry, but it could also have huge applications in the energy storage industry.
Yep.
And so I think that Lucid has enormous potential as an energy company. Like Tesla is an energy company today, right? They're not just an auto company, they're an energy company. So I think Lucid has that type of potential long term. So I really like that company. I really like the people at that company too. Fantastic team. And then Rivian's got the Amazon link. Rivian has a huge Amazon partnership, the huge Amazon order, the huge Amazon investment. And that company looks positioned to be the king of electric trucks.
I mean, I saw a video of one of Rivian's trucks, and it was just the breakdown of all the different things
it's a very
that
cool
it could
truck.
do. It's like the speaker in the mount in the side, and the way that the bed works. It's incredible. The amount of things that this truck does that they're taking into consideration for your consumer.
I think Rivian has a very good truck. It's going to be very competitive in the market, probably the gold standard for a while. The trouble there is the price point, right? They're starting above $70,000, which is very pricey for a truck. And so I think that will be a challenge, but it's a challenge that Tesla had in its early days and was able to overcome. And I think that through economies of scale, and I think that Rivian will similarly be able to overcome it through economies of scale. Of the three we just talked about, I like NIO and Lucid more than Rivian. And that's mostly because Rivian is built up on, the valuation and the hype is largely built up on Amazon.
Okay.
And I think that is worthy, but I like diversification. NIO's got the fact that it's killing in China. It's expanding into Europe. It's expanding into North America.
This has got the energy
there's
storage.
There's a lot of drivers there. Lucid's got the fact that its car is just second to none. It's got more models coming out. It's got the energy storage aspect of it, right? So there are a lot of drivers, multifaceted drivers, I would say, at Lucid and NIO, whereas Rivian feels very singularly focused on
Just
Amazon.
being, okay.
And while I think that is a great focus and well worked for the company long term, relatively speaking, of those 3 EV stocks, I would have to say NIO and Lucid are my preferred picks over Rivian. Having said that, I still love Rivian. All 3 are great, 2 are better.
Gotcha.